Hello everyone and welcome to the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. Some drama here on the formation lap here as a Sauber spins, a Williams ghosts, and this is huge drama here. I qualified P8, a very disappointing qualifying session, but look at this, the leaders are way out in front. This is a disastrous formation lap. It's so chaotic, and yeah, you can see the lead, the top three or top four have got a massive gap to Alessio, Plarman, Womax and myself. We are underway here. The official lap 1 is lap 2 in this Grand Prix. And here we go. I'm right up the back of Womax, who's not made a great restart here. I've caught the old man asleep at the restart around the outside of the Retrofilio chicane. And do I make it stick? Oh, he holds it around the outside for the second part. I'm back down to P7. But here, at the second part of the Lesmo, Womax is going to run wide. He puts a wheel on the gravel, and that allows me to take P6, another first lap gained position. I've not lost a position on the opening lap of any race this season. And here we go, Plarman now makes a poor run out of the second chicane, and we're going to go side by side towards the two Lesmos. He holds around the outside. I give him space, just enough respect. No love lost between us two. And here we go. I'm going to get DRS now down the back straight. It was the sensible thing to do because the last thing I want to be doing is colliding at the Lesmo corners into the gravel traps, which are very easy to do. Here I'm following him. I'm going purple, obviously. But I'm following him. I'm trying to get a good run, an excellent run out of Parabolica. And here we go. Down the main straight, the pit straight now. Surely I've got enough. I've got DRS to assist me here. He's moving, he's weaving in desperation to move out of the slipstream. But here we go, down the inside. I'm going to choose the inside line this time for the first corner. Trying to hold it around the outside, but oh, he squeezes me out. And he edges his car just ahead. Unfortunately, I don't see Plarman for the rest of the race, but a big mistake here as I put a wheel on the gravel at the exit of Lesmo 1 and Womax is all over the back of me. Surely he's going to have DRS now and he's going to fly past me on the back straight. But no, at the moment I seem to be holding it. And it's very concerning because in practice I haven't gone more than 10 laps without going off track, and this is not a good sign early on here as I'm losing Plarman. And look at this, I'm bouncing across the second part of Ascari. I've got no grip on my tyres, which have got gravel all over them, and even more dirt now as here we go. Womax is going flying past me, in fact, and I'm going to try and box in behind him for Parabolic and wait for the DRS, but look at his exit speed is far superior to mine. And he's gone, and this is not looking great at the moment. I'm very pessimistic at this stage of the race because I seem to be going backwards. I'm losing Plarman, I'm losing Alessio, and now I seem to be losing Womax, but I'm desperately trying to get a move down the inside, but that does not work. I run wide, I try to catch him off by surprise, but my wheel-to-wheel racing at this early stage of the Grand Prix has been absolutely abysmal. Here we go though, later on in the lap, I get DRS. And I'm gaining, very risky. Can I get a move down the inside of the Ascari? Yes, I do. Lovely move. Just like Ricciardo did to Bottas in real life. Got in just enough speed going in. But here we go. Womax is... Miguel has joined the battle now. Oh my goodness. I'm battling with 1 and 2 in the championship for P6, 7 and 8. This is very exciting stuff. All of a sudden, this has turned into quite an exciting Grand Prix, which is in contrast to what I would have thought. There you go, Miguel has made the move done, and Womax is going to have DRS on me as well. Us two have been battling all race long, but Miguel, who started from the back because he had a penalty in qualifying, has now made his way back into P6. The championship leader is determined not to lose points to Ricciardo and Womax here, as he's already ahead of Womax on lap 7. But here I'm trying to battle Womax at the Curva Grande. I'm around the outside for the Della Roja chicane, and I'm trying to hold it, but there's no space at all, and I get pushed onto the curbs, and that I've lost Womax now. But here, lap 8, a couple of the guys are pitted. That's a very early stop, and I'm up into P6 now. And at the end of lap 9, a couple more guys pit, and I'm going to be up into P4. It's very interesting stuff here. But my option tyres were getting really worn. I was trying to target lap 12, but I had to pit lap 11 as I'm up into P3. It was Plowman from Woolmax from myself, the one stoppers eventually I found out. But at this stage, yeah, it wasn't looking great for me because I'm going to rejoin in P9. And yeah, I'm contemplating crashing out here because I was not happy with my pace at this stage. I was kind of nowhere really. But yeah, Woolmax rejoins in front of me despite me having a 2-lap undercut, which shows his pace on options was terrific relative to mine. But yeah, just got to get the knuckle down now and try and get Woolmax because yeah, he's going to have 2 laps fresher tyres. I need to get past him as soon as possible to build as big an advantage as possible so that he does not get past me at the latter stage of the race. But look at this, a slow Ben has spun and lost his front wing and held Woolmax up. He does me a favour just like he did in Brazil when I was battling Woolmax in season 1 of AmPro, and I'm going to have a run on him as a consequence down the back straight. I'm going to have DRS here. I'm about 4 tenths behind him, a couple of car lengths behind him, and I'm gaining, and it's going to be the exact same move as it was. I cut the chicane a little because I thought he was side by side with me and I wanted to leave him a little bit of space. But yeah, that's really a one-line corner and I got past him. Lap 15 though, Woolmax is hounding back on me. He's trying to get that position back here. We're having a race-long battle. I'm battling with one of the championship contenders, the winner of season 1. I'm battling with him all race long. This is very interesting stuff because in practice he absolutely obliterated me. He flew into the distance with Plowman and I was left for dead, but I'm keeping up with him surprisingly. But he's got DRS here and you can see he was close to me, but his straight line speed seems to be non-existent here. He has a straight line speed of a 2020 Ferrari because he can't get past me despite DRS. And here I'm running wide. I put a wheel onto the gravel, make the same mistake as Woolmax did on lap 1. And can he capitalize? He has DRS. He can't capitalize because he's too far behind going to the Ascari chicane here. Let's look at this now. Is that Woolmax going wide? It was 1/10 the gap, and now look, he's kind of gone off, and the gap is 2 seconds, and that's goodbye, Woolmax. See you later. I'm gone out of the race for him. And lap 20 now. I'm going to be setting my targets higher because the 2-stop guys, or like Ricardo has pit. I'm up into P5 and so has Miguel. Ugoni's going to pit a lap later and I'm gaining on Alessio now. My race pace has been brilliant on primes. Not very often I've said that, but that is certainly the case on this prime stint. I'm gaining on Alessio. The gap was about 5 seconds a few laps ago. Now it's 2 seconds. I run wide though at the second chicane and that allows Ricardo through, but I'm going to be up into P4 because Alessio actually decides to pit next lap and so does Ugoni. So P4 now, and I'm going to have all the fast guys behind me and chasing me down furiously. But look, oh, Ricardo rejoins the track very unsafely following going off and I almost hit him, but thankfully not. But I'm up into P3 now, a track where I was a couple of seconds off in practice. I can't believe this. Like from out of nowhere, like I didn't expect this at all. But Ricardo now does a very sneaky move. He decides to wait for the DRS and he will leave me for dead in this straight. He flies past me. And look at the guys behind it. It's Ugoni and Miguel having a race-long battle. And here they are going to swallow me up very quickly on lap 22. They have DRS, I don't. Going on to lap 23. My tyres don't feel too bad at this stage here. I'm still doing 26s. My race pace is okay, but yeah. Right now I'm kind of by myself for the rest of the race. I'm in P6. The gap from me to Woolmax has extended to 11 seconds, such as my pace on this second stint. I thought Woolmax would be closing me in. But here I'm hoping that they will battle, that they will get a penalty or whatever. My goal was to stay within 10 seconds, but it's not looking hopeful because my tyres are worn for this Ascari chicane as I bounce over these curves. That's a very bad way to take that chicane and it's 10.4 seconds. So yeah, pretty much locked into P6 for this race, which would be an okay result considering I was struggling so bad in qualifying, struggling so bad in practice, and it was pretty much damage limitation at a track that I do really love here. But as I crossed the line, yeah, I'm weaving already. I think that it's done, it's P6, but no, those two actually collide on the last lap, and as a result of their post-race penalties, they get demoted to P5 and 6, Ugoni and Miguel respectively, and I get P4, so that's a lovely bonus for this race I didn't expect, and yeah, I was quite wild in my reaction, very happy with that. And also a really good race of battles with loads of people like Plumman and Womax, and some of the faster guys as well. But here, this is what it does to the championship standings. Now, Jack and Plumman close in on me as they had a 1 and 2 in this race. But luckily, I got a P4 to limit the amount of points that I lost. Constructors Championship now, Swift Blade has joined Womax to help Lotus secure that Constructors crown, but Mercedes and Red Bull are closing in on them. So yeah, an unexpectedly good and entertaining race in the dry at Monza. See you next week. Singapore, hopefully loads of drama.